Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. A few days back, we saw the California Resistance update drop in Battlefield 6, and this obviously included a lot of new patch notes, gameplay adjustments, things of that nature, plus all the actual seasonal content as well. But in addition to that, the Battlefield devs also released a massive, and I mean massive, list of updates, fixes, and changes coming to Battlefield 6 gameplay. This applies to multiplayer, this applies to REDSEC. There is so much here that they've got planned as far as issues they're aware of, things they are going to be updating and changing here in the near future. So this is going to be a pretty in-depth one. We have got quite literally a ton of things to discuss here, starting first with some general game updates here. Battlefield Bulletin actually went through, compiled all this information into a categorized tweet here. The devs actually published this in the Battlefield 6 community Discord server as well, for what it's worth. But just initially here with some of the gameplay updates, they're aware of matchmaking errors that may occur when a player leaves the party while the party leader stays in the game. That can sometimes affect things. Accepting a multiplayer invite if you're in the campaign doesn't actually bring you to the lobby. After upgrading from the free-to-play version to the standard or phantom edition of the game, you have to actually restart the entire game to gain access to the content. Then also the Homefront event may display the wrong theme on the event screen at times. We also have general player updates as well. Walking up certain staircases may result in jittery animations and cause you to become stuck at times, which is obviously pretty game breaking. Players reviving downed teammates cannot change stance during the initial pen ready animation. After being revived, the second primary weapon can't be selected if the underslung attachment was equipped on the other weapon. Players might be unable to deploy the recon drone if you're standing right next to a tank, and soldiers in water do not receive melee damage, which can be pretty annoying as well. Also, as we're going through the various updates and confirmed changes, let's take a quick second to check out today's sponsor. Hey everyone, wanted to take a quick minute to let you guys know about Repeat, today's video sponsor. If you're interested in jumping into some Battlefield gameplay and winning cash for your gameplay, then Repeat is for you. The Battlefield 6 leaderboard tournaments are now live on Repeat with real cash prizes, and the $1,500 REDSEC regional tournaments featuring APAC, EMEA, and NA regions is going on now. So if you're interested in Gauntlet or REDSEC Battle Royale tournaments, each of these regions has their own cash prize pool, and you can play your way at any time to win. Repeat is free to sign up, they have daily leaderboards, and is a wholly owned subsidiary of Sony Interactive Entertainment, which means they work together with publishers to have access to their direct API for automatic scoring and full platform support across console, PC, and mobile. Plus, Repeat has some new features coming soon to their mobile app featuring team support, so you can jump in alongside your friends in a squad and earn cash together and compete in tournaments there, and custom lobby support as well, so you can actually enter your custom lobby code in Battlefield and jump right into the action that way. So if you're interested in checking out Repeat, check out the link down in the description below. Next up here, we've got quite a few updates coming to fix some gadget issues, including mine countermeasure equipment can sometimes destroy incoming rockets. Using the MBT lock can unintentionally activate the mine countermeasure abilities. The EOD bot may get stuck if you deploy it right on top of a supply crate. This one's been bugged for a little bit, and I ever so often see a Twitter clip of it, and I feel so bad for the little bot. Also, the Spire can currently lock onto ground vehicles that are laser designated. That's not fully intended. With weapon updates here, the match trigger effect remains active on weapons in semi-auto mode even if the attachment is not equipped, so you can kind of cheese that in some cases. FMJ ammo penetration bonus is currently applied to all other ammo types except shotguns. The rare sticker encrypted intent displays the incorrect art. Some weapons are missing the intended camera shake when you aim. The crosshair does not always scale correctly when playing in 4K. Weapon charm loops are missing on some guns. For certain scopes, the lens may visually detach when you reload, and for certain weapons and scopes, zooming and firing very early in the zoom transition will cause the first bullet fired to be more off target than intended. That's still an issue going on with some of the spread bugs that they're actively working on, so good news that that is fully on the radar still. With vehicles here, the MBT equipped with the Chimera skin currently takes increased damage, so yes, that is a skin that currently disadvantages you, so I would not recommend running that until that's fully resolved. Also, missiles can destroy heavy vehicles in one hit when they're not intended to do so. With maps and modes, players may be unable to respawn after a round of strike point concludes, kind of breaking that whole mode for you. When opening the map, the interference may become unresponsive if multiple keys are pressed simultaneously. Sabotage assets take more damage than intended from the sledgehammer. The combat area may fail to render on the minimap or the deploy screen if you're playing Escalation. And then on Empire State Rush, all sectors may activate from the start of a match when they're obviously not supposed to. So a couple of issues going to get updated there too. Obviously, overall, everything we're going through here today, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, really is good news. This is still not every single thing we may see in like the next round of patch notes or anything. Some of these we've seen in previous, fix preview videos that we've done here on the channel, but good news is that we're getting the transparency here, and they're clearly focused on fixing a lot of things, including UI and HUD up next. Sometimes the scoreboard does not currently track player deaths accurately in Strike Point. Rush at the end of the round, the screen may show an incorrect match outcome. The home front challenge and bonus path tiles are missing timers and icons. The kill card does not always appear when a player is killed by an AT mine while inside of a vehicle. Certain battle pass background cards or sticker rewards appear locked even if you've got them. Command console cannot currently be accessed. There's a purchase failed error message at times as well when you're in like the in-game inbox. The high trained dog tag also currently refers to it being an AI dog tag, and that's due to it being renamed the bot dog tag and will be unable to be equipped. For character updates here, faction and class patches are still missing on some skins. The Sunstroke skin still uses the wrong camo pattern. The Bramble skin has an incorrect texture. Player choice patches may override the actual faction patches. Patches are not correctly applied on certain skins with assignments there. The Copper Pulse skin is currently using the same outfit as Evergreen, and that's not supposed to be the same. And the system override cosmetic is currently too saturated, and they're going to reduce that saturation. With setting updates here, the stick forward sprint time setting currently can't be modified, so you can't like have any kind of delay or actuation there, so that's good news that that's getting updated. Gyro controls set in zoom only prevent stick input during hip fire, so kind of a niche one there. Graphics may default to low if you're using auto performance presets on 5080 cards at 4K or 1080p. On consoles, the dynamic resolution scaling is still not currently functioning as intended in performance mode. You have to turn it off and then on to get it to work. This one's been pretty buggy since launch, so hopefully that one does get fixed here soon. The team is aware that the smooth motion setting being set in the NVIDIA app can cause the client to get stuck on a black screen. Individuals may find that the Phantom Edition shows as the standard edition on Steam. You have to uncheck the DLC, then reselect it to get that to work. And then sometimes decimals do not show up when using the keyboard arrow keys to change the values on certain sliders. With audio updates, they are aware that the vehicle detect and deactivate mines ability audio plays for everybody nearby. Obviously, it can be a little bit obnoxious if you're just sitting there and you have that always playing next to you. In Portal, you are unable to host an experience if the server description contains special characters still. You're unable to scroll to the bottom row in the My Experiences tab at times, and Portal experiences do not currently display bot names next to bots on the scoreboard, and that's already going to be getting resolved in a future update. We also have a bunch of progression updates here with general gameplay stuff, with battle pass stuff, things of that nature. So here they're looking into issues with the LPVO scope appearing as currently unavailable even if you have completed the challenge there. The dog tag armory does not display as unlocked if you get the criteria for it. The California Resistance challenge does not currently register the destruction of decoy gadgets. All weapon mastery badges appear grayed out in the loadout screen, but the progress is still tracking correctly for what it's worth. Player stats may incorrectly count progress from custom Portal games when they're not supposed to. Resupply teammates with the supply pouch is not tracking. The progress bar for repair vehicles does not always update at times. The used vehicle supply crate does not progress even after completing that action there. The weapon expert unit challenge is not tracking correctly at times. Assignments, helicopters are incorrectly counted as ground vehicles in the land vehicle expert assignment. So if you're trying to cheese that out, maybe do that ASAP. And then in assignments as well, helicopters are not counted properly in Vehicle Challenge 1. And then as far as Battle Pass progression goes, they are aware that tier skips purchased for the Battle Pass may be applied to the active path instead of the one that you bought for. Then also the DB12 shotgun is not currently available in the Battle Pass, despite it being listed as unlockable. So just a heads up on that. VFX and video accessibility photosensitivity concerns may occur when rapidly switching from third person to first person, so just be mindful there. And then we switch over to a bunch of REDSEC updates where again, they have detailed a ton of upcoming changes and fixes here across a variety of gameplay elements. So in general REDSEC gameplay, the drop marker may only be visible when players are close. Players may become stuck in a top-down view of the map at times, which is kind of funny and a little frustrating, obviously, if you're trying to get back in. Players may rarely encounter issues around squad elimination that affect placement in active missions where things just don't correctly apply how they should if you get eliminated or if you're eliminating a squad. Earning a new field level trait may display the number for the previous level. Mission progressed scoring events do not appear after completing a partial challenge. Scoring events for the objective MCOM destroyed support may sometimes not award the points to your squad, which can be pretty annoying. Completing a reroll daily mission can occasionally revert it to the original version, which is completely defeating the purpose, of course. Players can sometimes experience some latency and hit reg issues during the Battle Royale initiation as well. With submission and objective problems here, bomb defusal with counter wreckage timer can remain stuck when the targeted player picks up the bomb. Marked counter mission does not become available for the second user after the first user activates the evasion mission. Headhunter missions may grant incorrect rewards. Counter-marked teams can complete the mission despite objectives being destroyed by the Ring of Fire. And then certain mission events can cause performance degradation. They've already been monitoring that one a lot, it seems like, with various things getting disabled or temporarily adjusted to try and help out with that. With general map and mode updates in REDSEC, zooming in on the map can sometimes cause the camera to remain stuck when you try and then zoom out. The world may appear to despawn when spectating the winning team if the second place team disconnects, so you're just looking into the void at that point. Multiple assets may appear to pop in when using helicopters. The signal hack antenna may remain floating at times. Schematics can attempt to despawn players already being despawned, causing a crash. The strike package area of effect visuals may be invisible if you called in over water. Ring prediction may sometimes not be precisely accurate with the closing ring, which obviously throws off a lot. The fastest path to the zone line can sometimes remain visible and inaccurate after the smallest ring closes. The ring prediction line on the in-game map does not always scale correctly with altitude, and then loot dropped on an open chest can sometimes fall underneath it, and then you can't grab it, so be careful of that too for the time being. We've also got some Gauntlet specific updates here. With Heist, the case may disappear if the player carrying it loses connection. With Extraction, data drives may disappear if the carrier loses connection. Then, players may sometimes be unable to pick up dropped data drives after redeploying. Deadlock is missing the zone captured message. Also in Deadlock, no points are awarded for the final 3 seconds of a zone capture. And then in Extraction, data drives sometimes cannot be picked up at times either. And then with general loot and items in REDSEC, some gadgets can actually be thrown through walls, which is obviously not intended there. The railgun battle pickup may visually jitter after canceling a grenade throw while aiming down sights. Couldn't be more of a niche issue there. Deploying a gadget on any supply drop may cause the drop crate to break. Throwing a call-in smoke grenade on top of a supply drop can cause continuous smoke sound effects, so don't do that, that'd just be annoying. Resupply drop may not actually despawn after being accessed. Upgrade kits can be looted by another player while being applied in world, so you can kind of dupe those, and that's an issue. Vehicle supply station charges may not appear consumed. Assault ladder lacks UI indicating it cannot be mounted on certain terrain, and smoke cover cannot be used in a late game. With UI and HUD updates in REDSEC, targeted HUD and UI can remain visible after redeployment from a counter mission, death, or failure. The entire team may sometimes see the same highlighted stat when you actually go to the placement screen. Second chance spectating camera does not always show someone's loadout. There's missing UI elements indicating a redeploy tower cannot be reused. Inventory highlighting may persist and allow players to accidentally discard things that you don't want to drop. UI elements can display incorrect names or icons. Vehicle customization screen may fail to display unlock criteria for the anti-air vehicle presets, and the wrong description is shown on the airstrike onboarding tutorial, so don't get fooled by that. In Battle Royale, opening safes counted as looted chests in the end of round statistics. Players may be unable to defuse the demolition charge during the first phase of the wreckage mission, unless you are holding E, even if it's supposed to be just a short press. Then in Gauntlet, the armor bar may disappear after editing a loadout post-deploy. The Rattlesnake squad name may appear as placeholder at times. Assault trait commanding presence lacks a HUD indicator, and the brief screen is not shown if the scoreboard is opened between rounds. With general vehicle updates, the insurgent helicopter look sensitivity is way too slow. I can't wait till they fix that one. It is so painfully slow right now. Then also vehicle loadouts may display incorrect passive abilities. Then with progression, progress on the training path might reset from level 4 to level 3 after reaching level 4. And some California Resistance Challenge objectives may be missing. With social updates, teammates may not always appear in the pre-game lobby. And then also in performance, players may become sometimes stuck on a black screen during insertion if you are changing settings. So when I said they are looking into a ton here, and we've got so many bug fixes, gameplay adjustments, and other changes inbound, I meant it. That was an absolute ton, and still not all of the things that they're actively working on, you know, behind the scenes. This is just what they've chosen to share in the Discord and on social media so far. But that being said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to stay up to date with everything going on in Battlefield, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.